Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mulligan's Island. We are coming to you today from TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee, home of the FedEx St. Jude Invitational, Golf Invitational. And this week we have special guest Mark Dozy with us.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Mark.
Thank you.
Glad
Pleasure
you're
to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, we're going to get down to a little bit of business right off the bat. Whoever kept score in the Bats Lynn versus Sinagra Stella match, no, don't ever do it again. The totals were wrong, the points were wrong, the scorecard was a mess. I've been talking about nice, neat scorecards. Math is important. Also, Joy and Moser versus Pedlow and Scheibel, you had two totals wrong, and you didn't put in the points at all. Computer does that, but you know, what can I say? All right, the Gags, Staley, and JVH Musson card was beautiful, except you didn't put in net scores. Everything else was perfect. But you did have great scores. So on that scorecard, Mark, they had 40, 40, 42, 43. Nice scorecard.
Consistent.
Yes. It is a great, and match was 22-18, really close. So a total of 165. You'd think, man, that's got to be the... No, it wasn't the scorecard. Nope. Even better, Powers and Waite versus English and Krucher shot 35, 39, 41, 44 for a total of 159.
Ah.
Very nice scores.
Obviously,
The card wasn't that neat, but
Powers obviously didn't keep score then.
probably not. All right, let's talk about the results.
All right.
So we had 5 teams yesterday that shot -6 net as a team.
I know one of them was Lowe and Ryan.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it was. Lowe and Ryan, Joy and Moser,
I know that because they played us.
Brian Webb.
We did not
the
fare well
leaders.
against them.
You know, when the leaders shoot as well as anybody else, it's hard to catch them.
Yep.
Baldwin and Wally, which was really Powers and Waite, and the City Boys. Boss and Foreman shot mine.
Chris and Ron came on yesterday. All right. Way to go, Chris. Way to go, Ron.
There was no ties yesterday. There was 2 very close matches. O'Neill and Yaquinto beat Bonder and Moradian, 21-19.
Ah.
And Powers and Waite beat English and Krucher, 21-19.
Ah.
So good matches. And one that was not very close, but close, it was the City Boys beating John George and Andy Mundros, 22-18. Now,
That's pretty
those are
close.
some nice close matches.
Yeah.
But there's always that one match, Mark, you know, that
I know what's coming.
it's the match that gets a little bit lopsided.
I know what's coming.
And we call that
The beatdown of the week.
Sinagra and Stella got beat by Bats and Lynn 30-10. Dave Bats, and this
I'm
is
sorry, I'm still back at the first one. Okay.
Dave Bats, this is the way it happens. Bats had his best day of the season, right? He's coming off his knee surgery.
Knee surgery.
He's only been 3-4 weeks, and he had his best day by far. And then Jeff Stella turns it the other way. Stella, who's been playing lights out golf for the last couple of weeks, and he was not his usual self.
No, but it's good to see Frank getting around the golf course again, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. Jeff Stella got beat by Dave Bats 16-4.
I'm sorry, Jeff. You had a tough day, it appears. Why the hell don't you do that when you're playing us?
Yeah, really. The funny thing is, there was a whole handful of guys who are watching this right now going, because they got beat 15-5.
Well, yeah. I might know one of them.
You might know one of them. So, Mark, Jim Gagliard yesterday interviewed John Birchler on a couple of topics. One was his daughter's fundraising efforts, and the second one had to do with the fine-tuning of a certain athletic ability. Let's take a look at the video.
So we're here with John Birchler, and John, this is the first recording I've taken with my new GoPro. So we're testing it out.
Okay.
But first of all, maybe a little PSA on the hockey Lions pool, or football pool. Would you like to?
PSA, I thought you meant the test I have to take.
No.
Since my
Public
surgery.
service announcement.
Right. Okay.
I have to get one of those too. Anyway, if you want to go ahead and put a little advertisement. feel free.
Absolutely. My daughter, Bryn, is an assistant coach with the Honey Bake 16U Tier 2 girls hockey team. They are doing a fundraiser for Lions Squares, 17 games, 4 winners every game, $50 for the first, second, and third quarters, $100 for the final score, fourth quarter. So 68 winners, $250 going out every game. I think they're drawing new numbers every week, and so for $100, you got a chance to win some good money, and they would really appreciate the support. A bunch of good young girls playing hockey.
All right, well, we'll get that out. But one more thing I want to cover. Are you getting more distance out of chucking your clubs? I heard a story that the earlier round could have had a club chucking incident.
It's all about technique.
Okay.
You've seen like the discus throwers, the shot putters.
Right.
It's really about
So you got to get your hips into
the
it?
spin and the hips, and then you let the body go.
Got it.
Then the hands just release.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. What club went airborne today? Which one?
That would have been 58 degree.
58er. Okay. All right. Well, that's good information. Well, I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
But thanks for being my initial video on the GoPro.
Alrighty.
We
were there.
I got to tell you, Mike, I had an up-close look because Birch was riding in my cart.
Yes, he was.
And he was throwing his clubs, and I can also tell you that he was using a word that had 4 letters in it, and it wasn't fork, although they were spelled very similar to it.
And he used them a lot.
He used them a lot. And I was going to drive him up to the next tee, but he said, oh, no. I'm going to walk and try and burn this off. And I said, well, I wish you well, but you need to go get your club that you threw.
Yeah, it ended up being an 8 on number 8.
John, you know I love you, so don't take
Yeah.
offense to that.
So Jeff Powers returned yesterday as
I
a
saw
sub.
that.
It was nice to see it.
He's played as much this year as he has last year.
I know.
And he was a regular last year.
And John Birchler has been carrying around money he owes him for weeks and finally was able to pay him off yesterday. Here's Jeff and Bobby Waite.
Well, we're here with Mr. Powers. Welcome back.
Gracias, nice to be here.
And when you got here, someone handed you an envelope full of money.
Yes, duly noted. So Birchler gave me all of my winnings, so I'll probably retire.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe stretch it for a couple more weeks. but-
Okay. Yeah, but you're on the path, though.
Oh yeah.
And Bob Wade, how are you doing today?
I'm in his hip pocket with the money. Meet me
That's right,
afterwards.
that's right. I'm buying.
All right, boys, carry on.
So Bobby Waite obviously is going to take advantage of some of Jeff Powers' winnings. But that's okay. Low gross. We had some great scores yesterday.
Weather was perfect.
Starting with
Weather was perfect.
Yeah, it was. Starting with Jeff Powers, who shot par. 35.
Go, Jeff.
Yeah. Chuck Lowe
Played me yesterday.
played you and shot 37.
Say there's Wiley wasn't in my card. I know all about that too.
Chris Poorman, one of the City Boys, and Bobby Waite each shot 39. So that's 4 people under 40.
Go.
And then you, Gags, O'Neill, and Staley all shot 40. So that's 8 people at 40 and under, which is good. Low net, Pat O'Neill comes out and shoots a net 28. It's a good score.
Yeah, it's a very good score.
Low against you, Moser and Powers shot net 30.
The guest here, you keep telling me that, Mark, you didn't win yesterday. Okay, I get it. I got it.
Fry, Krucher, and Dave Pedlow shot net 31. We had a total of 29 people who shot net par or better, which is 73% of the league, by far blowing away the old record.
Us old guys can still play every now and then. Apparently yesterday was the then.
It was.
And the
It
now.
was. And they did really good. And Mark, there was no X's yesterday. No X's.
Do you remember my pre-league? There were a few X's
in
in
pre-league,
my
yeah.
pre-league.
So great shooting, boys. Way to go. But yeah, most of you were great, but some of you were not. sometimes when a person really is off their game and they shoot the worst net score of the day, we call that the
Hacker of the week. Ooh, let me guess, Mike. Jim Ryan. I played with him yesterday. I think he shot a 59, just breaking the 60, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, couldn't have been Jim, because Ellie does that every week.
No.
So that wasn't him. So could Fred Brunk have won it twice in a row? I'm still listening last week. That was amazing stuff on Fred. Hacker of the week and won his match. I love it. But no, because if he did it twice in a row, that means that he was consistent, and Fred is not consistent. Sorry, Fred. Okay, Mike, I give who was the hacker of the week?
It was two of them co-hackers.
Oh, God.
Jimmy Scheibel,
Oh,
fresh off his boat trip, hasn't played golf in about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And Jeff Stella. They both shot net 41s. Jeff, again, coming, he had the...
hard to figure with Jeff. He's one of the best improved golfers for the last couple of years.
And yet, that's what golf is about. You're playing really good, you got all your confidence going, and then all of a sudden, you hit league one day, and you're the beatdown of the week and the hacker of the week.
Scheibel must have tried to have done it yesterday sober.
That's part of the problem.
Because he probably hasn't been sober for the last 2 weeks or so.
He was having withdrawals.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, so we're going to put a picture up here of Zane Birchler's ball in the right bunker on number 5. It is buried into the wall up here, and Zane's left-handed, which means he would have to stand outside of the bunker and reach down somehow, and even if he was right-handed, it would have been an impossible shot. So
down on your knees, Birch.
He did the smart thing. He took the ball, took it out of the bunker, and dropped it behind. It's an unplayable lie, which you can declare at any time. Takes a stroke, chip it on, one putt it, and got a bogey out of the hole. If he would have tried to hit that, he could have been hitting it still. He could still be there, So, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Dozy has come up with a new award for our league this year, which we're not going to reveal completely to you. We'll just show you the back of it. Mark, tell us about this award.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike, for having me over to start with. I'm excited about this. The Corvette Award. The Corvette Award has always been given in the past for just any reason, and as of this year, we're changing that. This year, the award is going to be given to the person that makes our league enjoyable, fun, entertaining, and exciting. So you have to meet that qualification. And for the first time, it's going to be quantifiable. We can take all of these things that we think are good that happen each week, and we can compile them. And then at the end of the year, we can sit down with the powers to be, the president and the vice president, people like Mike who are behind the scenes doing everything, and say, geez, guys, let's pick one, and then we award the trophy. I would love to turn this around and show it to you because I am so proud of myself. Mike, if you would just pat me on myself on the back, would you? I appreciate it.
It is cool. You're going to love it when you see it.
Moreno's always mad at me because he really wants to get his name on the other trophy that we play for every year. And I know that's not going to happen, so I put my name on this trophy. And so it'll always be there, so you haven't stuck with that part of it. But I think you'll enjoy it anyway.
For once again, to remind you, all of you who have won the Corvette
trophy,
the Corvette, the little Corvette that we used to pass around, get with Mark or me or Birch or somebody and let us know if you won it, so that he's trying to compile a list of who won it each year. All right, folks, it's time to give out some money.
John, listen up. Something for you.
Other side. What
He's
happened?
dead.
Oh, no. What happened to the money monkey?
He's dead. Oh.
Almost. We had to perform CPR.
We did.
All right, in the Sheeny pool, Jim Gagliard birdied hole number 1 for $14 with a chip in. He hit his second shot short of the trap and flopped it up and into the hole for a birdie.
Way to go, Jim.
Dave Pedlow got a par with 2 strokes on number 4 for $42, another net eagle. And Pat O'Neill on number 7 got a birdie with 1 stroke, again for a net eagle, and won $42. There will be a $28 carryover to next week, so make sure you're in. There were 22 players in the Birchward
Oh,
pool.
good for it. Used about 17.
John Birchler was selling it by telling everybody that Florio and Rapson weren't there. So they were getting in. What he failed to tell them was that Waite and Powers were there. So there was $110 in the pot.
Virtually, you just look stupid. There is no doubt that you got a brain inside that.
Jim Gaggs with his birdie on number 1 got $55.
All right, Jimmy.
And
No wonder
Bobby,
you're not here today.
yeah,
You're out drinking.
out spending his money. Bobby Waite got a birdie on number 5. There ain't many birdies on number 5. So
Wade
good
comes
job,
twice a
Bobby.
year and he wins both weeks.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it
Hey,
works.
Bob, got a message for you, too. We'll keep it to ourselves right now, though.
So after golf, we were in the clubhouse yesterday having a few pops. And I talked to John Morano and Jim Ryan
Mr.
about
39 handicap, for those of you who are confused on who we might be.
about their match and how it turned 180 degrees in the midst of the match. Let's take a look. Jim Ryan, you tied your match today.
I did.
That's pretty incredible.
I had my opponent, John, on the run because I had like 8-2 or something after 4 or 5 holes.
You were up 3 holes.
Yeah, and ordered my second beer, and I was enjoying that. It was beautiful.
My eyes flipped.
And then you went to shit. But I told John that I had to go and get my handicap up.
Oh
yeah, because you need to do that.
Yeah, John.
He did say that. He came to me and said, I need to get my handicap up. And he didn't win a hole after that.
Keep it up, right?
I got her ass up there.
Jim, you're talking about getting your handicap up to what? Are you going to try and get 3 shots on every hole next year? I don't think it's going to happen. AI is not going to let it happen as bad as AI is. Me with LI, which is limited intelligence, and no better. Try as you might, Jim. I wish you luck, but no, it ain't happening.
All right, let's talk about the standings. So Fry and Webb go out and get 29 points, I think, yesterday.
They're running away with it.
They
See you
now have
guys.
362 points and are 30 points ahead of Chris and I with only 3 weeks to go. I mean, you'd have to beat them by 10 each week.
Ron,
It's
Bruce,
not going to happen.
you can come drinking with me next weekend because you don't need the points.
So, yeah, Bartnicki and Dunn with 332. Gaggs and Horton had a good day, and they've now moved into third at 316. But right behind them is Mark and J-Mo and Warren Musson and JVH at 315. All right, guys, the year-end outing is coming up on Wednesday, September 18th. We're going to tee off on the hills and the woods starting at 11:30. We're going to play that Scotch double format that we did last year. It's going to be $50 a guy. It's actually about 105 or something per person is what the course is charging us. But our sub fees are going to pay the other part of it for us.
Good deal. Good deal.
$50 a guy for 18 holes, a buffet dinner, an open bar for 2 hours. We'll be giving out the awards, doing a seasonal recap. I do need to know about this before Labor Day, because they're going to want me to give them a count 2 weeks in advance. So try to let me know. Pay me if you want, I'm not concerned about that. I need a commitment from you that you're going to play so I can start making teams and I can let the course know how many we're going to have. And that wraps it up. Thank you, Mark, for coming and
You're more than welcome.
joining
Thank
us.
you, Mike.
All right, guys.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
See you again next week on Mulligan's Island.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor?